one of the small topics like SCOT administration, SAP SCOT administration. So what is this exactly, where it is used here? So SCOT administration means sending the outbound emails to the your customers, your employees, sending the mails to the your employees, customers, vendors, so sales department, anyone. So we can send it from the SAP level, from SAP to outbound email configurations. We have to do it, right? So normally, sometimes we are getting the emails from the companies, right? Suppose like if you've done the one payment, you will get the email to your mailbox, right? If you book the order, Flipkart or somewhere, you will get the emails, right? So same way in SAP also, in SAP, in same way in SAP also, we will get the mails to the our mailboxes here. That is called the outbound emails, outgoing mails to the outbound mails from SAP system here. Suppose example, so where it exactly it is used here. So why it is so important for the some the production SAP systems? It is very important here. Why? So example, I will give you the one example outside of the example. Suppose in a one company, like suppose okay, you are working in the pharma company, right? Running SAP pharma company, you are running the SAP. SAP is running on the pharma company in a sales department. Okay, you are working in the sales department with the pharma company running a SAP. So you got a one notification that some stocks are falling very short, like some medicines are very stock. You need to be restocked as soon as possible. You need to purchase that stock or you need to restock the ASAP. So you need to working in the pharma industry, you need to restock that ASAP, means as soon as possible. So in this case, you need to create a one purchase order in SAP. You need to create it here. So send directly to the vendors, send directly to vendors. Here, this is where SCOT SCOT will come into the picture. Then here the SCOT will send the purchase order via email to the vendors. So we will give the stocks to us. It will send the emails to the vendors automatically. Why? So if you configure this SAP in the SCOT administration, SCOT is the transaction code. If you perform this configuration, so regarding your stock, which you are sent email to, you have regarding your purchase order, you raised a purchase order saying that your stock is very low. You need to purchase the restock that one as soon as possible. You created a purchase order. You sent them to directly to the vendors, right? So here, what here in this place, SCOT come into the picture. It will allows you to send the purchase order via email to the vendors automatically, right? So here SCOT is an SAP, one of the transaction code, one of the administration tool to sending the emails, text messages, right? Fax. So some other external internal found is, so it will send the emails, internal parties, external communications. So SCOT will be used here, right? So here let's discuss about the step by step what is required to perform this kind of configurations, right? So SCOT, so what is required here? Pre-steps. What are the pre-steps we required to perform this configuration to achieve this one in the SAP here, right? So in SAP, to achieve this one, as a prerequisite is you need the SMTP server name we required. We required the SMTP, the server name we required. Normally, SMTP server name means your mailbox server name. Mailbox server name, which we will get from the SAP. Right, sorry, mailbox server name, which we will get from, we will get mailbox server name, which we will get, right? Mailbox SMTP server name we will get from. So your IT team, or we need to purchase the, means every company, they have the mailbox server name to receive the emails, to send the emails. Same way, we need the SMTP server name, then SMTP, the port number we need to configure. SMTP server name, SMTP port number, we have to check it out. Then check the connectivity test to the your mailbox server or IP address. Then port number, you can use the telnet or ping, so you can use it to test the connectivity, right? So once that is completed, port also fine, everything is okay. Then, so we need to enable the we need to enable. So once port number, everything you have, SMTP server you have, then similar port we have to enable the SMTP port in SMICM. There is a profile parameter. So there we need to set the port number here. If we go to the SMICM, so here the SMTP port we have to enable it here. SMTP port, normally it's a 25 or 26, we have to enable it. That is the standard port number here. Otherwise, you can set the profile parameter. So normally yesterday we have seen, right, how to set the parameters, profile parameters here. If you go to the display mode, here, so here you can see the SMTP profile parameters, the port number we need to set. The port number we need to set in the profile parameter and restart it. It will show in the here. This is the step we have to do it here, which means we have to enable the SMTP port in SMICM, right? Then SMTP port number we have to get the port number. So this is also we have to get the host SM mailbox server name, keep in handy. All these things we have to keep in handy here. So then once you have done all these things here, once we have done it, all these things you have configured, you have changed the parameter, you have done the restarts, everything is done. Then the next one is called go to the SCOT transaction code configuration side. So steps, maybe I can make it as a way, because here the pre-steps and steps are go to the SCOT and enable the SMTP node here. So if you go to the SCOT transaction code, SCOT transaction code. So here we need to enable the SMTP node here. So here already enabled. So but let's see in our environment, in NWD environment, let's log into the NWD environment. Right? So SCOT is the transaction code here. So here, see here it's already enabled. So okay, so let me delete this one here. Okay, I have deleted. Whenever you enter the here, you can see SCOT is nothing is there here. So here in the SCOT transaction code, just you can go to the SMTP node, right? Here just click on the create. Click on the activate, create the node, SMTP node. We have to create it here. SMTP node, we have to create it here. The node name is the SMTP. SMTP here, the SMTP node, we have to create it here. Okay. So SMTP means simple mail transfer protocol. Simple mail transfer protocol. The SMTP mail, we have to enable it here, right? So here description, just you can give anything, not a problem. Then click on the continue button. Here you need to enter the mailbox server name. The mailbox server name you have to enter it here. So mailbox server name means, suppose example, so every company they have the mailbox server name. Then I'm entering the mailbox server name here, something like that. Our IP address I'm entering here. Then port number here, the port number is the 25, default port number is the 25. We have to enable it here, right? So just normally in our organization, this may change, or sometimes this may also change it here. Mailbox server name means every company, there is a own mailbox server to send emails here, right? So then, so you can just choose whatever you have in your organization, you can choose it here. Just click on the continue button here. Then you see here we need to, here in the screenshot you see here different address types. So here you can see different types of, you want to send the internet emails, fax, pager, whatever we want. So here you can select the, select the entry here. You can select the entries here. You can select the different address types. You can select the internet address type here, right? So the next one is the address area. So whom you want to send the emails, either Gmail, Hotmail, webmail. So either so whatever company emails you want to send it, all the emails. Then instead of multiple email address, you are not the fixed one. So then you can just mention the star. Star means all. Star means all. Suppose if you don't maintain the star, just if you maintain star dot at the rate of, sorry, star at the rate of star at the rate of, suppose like gmail.com, if you maintain, so means you can only send the emails to the at the rate of gmail.com only. Maybe your gmails are starting with the Gmail. Suppose if your emails are starting with your company emails, the ending with your company email or web email or Yahoo, that time how can you send it? Right? It will not allow you to send it here. In this case, if you maintain the star, the address bar, if you maintain the star, it will allow you to send it to the everybody. If you maintain the, if you give the particular dedicated like gmail.com or outlook.com or webmail.com, it will only send the emails to the them. So just maintain the star in our case, right? It will send it to the everybody here, right? Everybody, it will send it to the everybody here. So then, so here normally the default option we have to use it here. So default PDF forms the default one. Just click on the OK. Here, do you want to set the further address types? So means if you want to set the multiple address types, you can select it. Otherwise, just click on the no. Why? Because we maintained the star. Then here, so the maximum here, it will allow us to the time period, how many hours and minutes. So to send the failed messages here. Here, suppose you are sending the mails, system will send the emails so that the targets, the receivers, the recipients, system will send the emails to the recipients. Sometimes what happens, the recipient's address may be failed in the SAP due to some issues or sometimes. So here, how many minutes maximum, how many minutes you want to send the emails? Like there is a SAP Connect job, will select that one. So here, the repeat the attempt procedure here. This is the attempt procedure here. So every 5 minutes, it will send it. If anything failed, it will re-attempt here. So like this, we have to configure the emails. Like this, we have to configure the emails. In our case, we have to configure the emails here, right? So whatever we have done, we have configured the emails, right? So what we have done is we got the server name, we got the port number, we have enabled the SMTP port in SMICM by changing the parameter. In the SCOT settings, we have enabled here, right? SCOT settings, we have enabled all those things here. So here, this is the last step. So that is created here. So then you want to send the emails to the some other like name is called the, suppose one of the user you want to send the email, suppose like basis user, right? So here normally in the real time, when we are working on the real time, every user in a SE01, every user there is a email address, right? Every user there is a email address, right? Then we will configure the email address here. Then we will configure the email address of the, so each person here, each person will configure the email address, we will configure it here, right? So then click on the save button here. Just a sample email I have configured. So which means we will send it to the SAP customers and vendors and everything outside or anything. Then whoever the user has the email ID, they will receive the emails here, which means in the address tab of the your user, email address has to be maintained. Maybe that part, the security team will take care of that part here. So the next one is the in SICF transaction code, there is a SAP Connect, the service activation we have to do it here in SICF transaction code. So if you go to the SICF transaction code, so there is a service here. You can see SCOT, SAP Connect service here. This has to be activated. This should be activated here, right? This is already activated here, right? Then the next one, once you activate this one here, so here there is a you can see here there is some configuration here. The host configuration should be ***. Then this is should be the 0. So you can see the logon data basis user, we have to maintain the password also. I think it's set, right? The password also it's set here. One dedicated user, we have to maintain this one. All the steps we have to maintain here, right? So that is what we have given here, right? So now, so the configuration is done. The configuration is done here. Now what we can do here, we can do the, so SMTP node enabling is done, right? So now we can send the sample text mail here. So there is a SO01 or it's the office inbox, your email box here, your email inbox here, or SBWP. SBWP is your SBWP is your SAP business workspace, SAP business workspace here. So this is also business workspace here, right? This is also business workspace here. Here, what we can do, we can create a new message. We can create a new message. Suppose like the purchase order, the PO, urgent message I'm sending, urgently, urgently required. So stock. So just sample email, but normally we will get the, normally we will get the, so SAP login name. Normally in the transaction code we will get the emails. So this is the send express or send as a copy. You will also get the copy here. Then just click on the, so send button here. If you have any attachment, you can also add the attachment here. Just click on the send. Suppose you want to send the some attachment also here. Attachment also here. So then what I am doing, I am attaching the attachment also here, right? In the attachment field, I have attached the one notepad. I have text also I have attached here. I have written the mail. Then just click on the send button here. Just click on the send button here. So then, so that user, whoever they, then he will receive the emails here. If you go to the outbox, so then in the outbox you will see the messages here, the stuck messages or anything. You will see it here. Urgently required the stock, right? So it sent urgently required the stock. The message got sent here. The message take from the outbox means it went from the outbox. It went already. The document, it went here, right? It went here. So you will see the green color in the outbox. You see the green color here. It's a green color. It sent here. So it sent here, right? If something wrong, it will revert to the your inbox here. It will revert to the your inbox here. It will send to the here. So now, so now, so how can we check whether it is received by user or not? There is a SOST is the transaction code. Here we can see the emails here. Here we can see the emails here. Here we can see the emails, all the emails, whether they received or not. Here we can see it here. So it is going outbox, SAP Connect send request here, outbox here. Here we can see the all the emails and everything. We can see it here, the stuck messages and everything. We can see it here. So how many are send request, how many are waiting, and all the information we can see it here. So now I received with the basis user, then definitely, so definitely if I go SOIN inbox, so definitely not this one. So if I go here, so say SBWP, your inbox. So or your inbox mail, inbox. So or SOIN. So SO01 is like directly it will open the your inbox here. Directly it will open the your inbox here. Here in the C, you can see the documents. What are the documents you received from the some other user? So you will get the it's received saying that urgently require the stock. So just you can open the attachment. So what is there in the attachment? Just you can open it and you can see it here. You can see the document here. So then based on that, the vendors will receive the emails. So vendors will receive the emails here like this. They will receive the emails here. Also within the SAP also we can send to the vendors, or we can also send it to the outsiders, external also we can send it here. Suppose just to go to the SBWP transaction code here, right? Then click on the new message here, right? So here PO, purchase order. So something like here, just what you can do, internet email address here. Suppose like some example.com like SAP basis at gmail.com, you want to send the emails to that internet address here, right? Just click on the send button here, right? That click on the send button here. So here, whenever you click on the send button here, it is going to the outside of the SAP, one of the Gmail address here. So here, that email that will be stuck here. You can see that is stuck here. So it's stuck here. The send time is this is the one send time here. So still not went here. So here there is a one job here in the SCOT. We need to schedule the one job also here, SAP Connect job, not only activating the service, sending the here. So job means there is a SAP, the Connect job activation is required to send the emails here. So SAP Connect job. So we have to enable this one here. There is a send job here. So here we have to create the one job here. Here, click on the emails. Suppose you want to send the fax or suppose like all, then you can select the all. So you want to start immediately. So then click on the OK button. Then in the SM37, if you see here, so there is a job, SAP Connect job. This is finished. This is finished here. So which means it will send the emails to the it will send the emails to the respective person here. So this job is responsible to send the emails. This job is responsible to send the emails here. In the SOST, here we can check the emails whether it is processed or not. Everything we can see it here. As per the timelines, we can see it here. If you want to repeat the send process, we can also repeat the send process here. Zero message sent. It is waiting. But because there is no this email ID receiver is not exist, and also there is no we don't have any SCOT administration, SCOT configuration also not sufficient, not exist. Just we configure all are dummy. So it will fail. Definitely it will fail it here. Definitely it will fail it here. So this is the SCOT administration here. In the SCOT, SCOT is the transaction code. We need to enable the SMTP node, address type, everything here. In SICF, we have to enable the service activation and everything here. Then job, we have to activate it here. Apart from that, we have this is the configuration. Apart from that, in the SBWP, SAP, so business workspace. In this transaction code, so we can see the inbound emails which is coming in and outgoing outbounds, and also we can also send the emails to the recipients we can send the emails to the receiver here, just the receiver, good word. So then we can send it to the here, right? In SOST transaction code, we can monitor the so whether the outbound emails are moving out or not, we can monitor in the SOST transaction code. In SOST transaction code, we can monitor whether these mails are going or not. We can monitor it here. If it is processed, then we will come to know like it's sent or error status. Or waiting means it's in progress. It's not processed. It is going to be processed here. So that's the reason it is waiting on that one. It is waiting on that process here. See here, zero message resent. We can also do the resent option here. So you want to check the previous days also, entire history. Then to refresh it, all the information will be displayed here. So that is what we have 16th one. So that is what we can see it from here in the SAP side here, right? So that is what we can see it here. So this is the configuration of the SCOT administration, SMTP mailbox configurations and everything here. Okay. Any questions, anyone? Is it clear? Simple. Simple, like just what we need is mailbox server name we required, then port number we required. These two we will get from the our organization IT team. Then remaining things we can enable it. So port we have to enable it, SCOT and we have to enable it, SAP Connect job. These three things should be required. Then remaining and all whatever you want to send. So tomorrow the purchase order, the PO, the team, they will create the purchase order. They will create the purchase order here, right? So they will create the purchase order. Whenever they create the purchase order, automatically it will send to the respective team. Simple. So maybe they will go to the, suppose like some HR payrolls of HR department. So then they will run the payrolls, the banking statements and payrolls, they will run it here. So then, so they will run it. So they will run it the payroll statements. Then, so then as soon as salary is credited, then you will get the slip to the your mailbox here. So like that we can define the functional team, they will define the scenarios and everything. Then so based on that, all the emails and everything we will receive from SCOT, SOST. SOST we can see it here. SOST we can see it here. And all the information we can see it from the SOST here. So if you find something configuration, everything we have to do it from the configuration and everything we have to do it from the SCOT transaction code. Then checking the emails are going or not, we can find out it in the SOST here. Okay, this is the SCOT administration part here. Okay, got it? So apart from that, so SCOT is completed. SYST outbound emails monitoring and are not. Then you can remember the one more transaction code, SOIN. This is called the inbound emails to SAP. Sometimes we may get the emails to the SAP also, your email box. That time just you can go to the SOIN. Here you can check the your inbound request. SOST is the outbound, SOIN is the inbound send request. We can receive the all the inbounds to the here. Okay, that is the inbound emails. Then that is the one. So apart from that, we'll discuss about the some other transaction codes apart from that. These are